So this is part two, and this is just a transparent moment for me. So let me give you the backstory of the toxic person and the person that betrayed us both. I guess I was about maybe 25 when it happened. I had gone through a lot. Uh, by the age of 25, I had been married, divorced, with 4 children. Uh, and this is just my transparent moment. I left my mama's house, went to Uncle Sam's house, left Uncle Sam's house, and went to my husband's house. And after divorce, I was in my house. And I was vulnerable because I had no guidance, no leadership. So a lot of things I did not know. So when she came into my life, as a friend and as a mentor, I let my guard down and I trusted her. Mind you, up until this point, I had never really dated. I really didn't know men like I know them now. I didn't know the spirit and the intents of a man, of a male figure. So we became friends, and she was teaching me things and imparting into me things and helping me to build myself. I can't say build myself back because I was never up. She was helping me to learn and build myself. So I let my guard down and I trusted her. And in the neighborhood that I lived in, there was a man that she was friends with, and she introduced him to me. And over the years, we dated off and on, I guess, for about maybe 20 years off and on. And finally, I just decided this is not the route that I need to go. Because now, up until this time, I've matured and I've learned a lot of things. A lot of them I learned the wrong way. And so once I decided to part ways with him, I found out that, and this is crazy, she was dating him at the same time that she introduced him to me, and she continued to date him while he was with me. That's why I guard my energy in my circle. That's why I guard myself so closely, because I've been there. And none of this came out until the situation was over. And my mama knew the whole time, knew the situation, knew everything, and never said a word. Never said a word. So when the situation was over, he went his way and I went my way. The one I thought was my friend, my mentor, continued to see him and still tried to be in my life. And I had to let her know, this ain't that. I trusted you and you betrayed me. There is no coming back. Mind you, I didn't throw hands. I didn't curse. I didn't fuss. I just walked away because I didn't have time then. I don't have time now for the foolishness. So bring it up to today, my mama knew what was going on, and she continued to be this person's friend. And I told her, I said, don't trust her. I said, do not do it. Because see, if somebody like that would do something like that to me, then what do you think she would do to you? She didn't listen. She didn't listen. So one day she was in a certain area and my mama saw her male friend talking to the woman. Come to find out, the woman knew that this man was my mama's male friend and talked to him anyway, knew that he and my mama were in a relationship together and continued to talk to him. So when my mama walked up and saw them, my mama was surprised, but those two weren't, and my mama threw hands. Yep, she threw hands and made no apologies for it. But that leads up to the story now of what I was talking about, the toxic person and the so-called friend. See, up until that point, my mama was singing her praises, knowing what she had done to me. She was singing her praises until it happened to her. And then it was a different story. And the only thing I had to say when I found out was, I told my mom, I said, you were wrong for what you did. You have no right to hit anybody. You don't have that right. So once she saw what I had told her, she broke off contact with the person. But that's just the type of relationship me and my mom have. It's always been like that. I'm a convenience, and I know that. But she finally learned and got the gist of what I was talking about, but she had to experience it for herself. And so now you don't even have to guess who the toxic person is and the relationship I have to them and how she connects my negativity with the person, never the positive. If somebody came in my life and helped me to elevate, she won't acknowledge them. If they cause me any detriment or any harm, she sing their praises. My ex-husband, I know X is supposed to be EX, but I say X. The letter in the alphabet X, because I crossed that off. And this is just me being transparent. I married him when I was in the military and I came home. And I was pregnant, so I couldn't work. And nobody's gonna hire me. I was checking out the pause button on my phone. See, I'm still trying to get used to this recording thing in this phone. But as I was saying, I married my ex-husband, X, the X in the alphabet. I know, not EX, X. It was just that bad. And this is just how transparent I'm willing to become. Because whoever sees it, it is what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm not gonna deny it, and they can't either. So I'm 7, 8 months pregnant, and already we have 3 children. I'm pregnant with the 4th. He's working, and I'm at home. Get a knock on the door. It's the management. They are there to evict us right then and there that morning. Got a crew there and everything ready to sit our stuff out. So I said, no, that couldn't be because he's been paying the rent. She said, no, ma'am. I said, well, let me call them. I called them on the job. And I said, well, they're here to evict us. I said, what's going on? Because I don't have anywhere to go. And he was like, well, I'm going to leave work. I'm on my way now. That was like maybe 8, 9 o'clock that morning. He never showed up. So they ended up sitting all our stuff. It was mine and everything was mine. He didn't have anything that but clothes. So they ended up sitting out all our furniture, clothes, the children's stuff on the side of the street. I didn't hear from him all that day. I didn't hear from him that night. It started raining. So I went up to my mom's because she stayed close by. I walked up there. And left the girls up there and went back to get as much stuff as I could off the street. Shout out to Ricky Smith. I give people their flowers while they are yet here. He lived next door to us with his parents, and he just came out there and started helping and helped get a lot of my stuff out of the rain. I keep getting interrupted by the toxic person. But thank God, after all this time, I've never known how to use the pause button, but I know how to use it now. But I'm gonna make this recording and get it out there for somebody, whoever it helps, it helps. So Ricky came and he put like the mattress in the house, the clothes, and he put the mattress beside the furnace, and the mattress caught on fire. So they ended up having to call the fire department to put the fire out in their house. So him helping me caused a little trauma in his parents' house. But it's the thing that he tried. He tried. And mind you, I didn't hear from he was my husband at the time that night. I didn't see him anymore, period. So I stayed with my mom, and I'm just gonna be transparent and honest. My mom lived with her boyfriend, and she had a 2-bedroom. I was pregnant, and I had 3 daughters, and I just thought that she would allow us to stay there because she had an empty bedroom and I had nowhere to go. She told me that she did not have enough room. Yeah. So mine is still raining. I'm carrying the 4th child. I put the 3rd daughter on my hip and my 2 oldest. We walked from my mom's house, past the house we had got evicted out of, past Ricky Smith's house that had caught a fire in the rain, and we walked to the homeless shelter. My mom had a vehicle. She had a car. She knew I was going because I made the phone call from her house, because I didn't have a phone.